welcome to another edition of the Weekend Review with E.J. Borkart.
If you'll give me just a moment, I think I need to talk with that voice and get some things figured out. Enjoy the intro.
Always we will fight as one till the battle's won. With evil on the run, we never come undone. Assemble, we are strong. Forever fight as one.
Right, so the announcer and I have figured things out. He will handle transitions for the different segments, and I will handle the part of talking about the books, which I think makes sense. So, as you could see, the picture that was shown is still the cover of my new book, the KOTC. And from now until August 19th, I want to let you guys know that that book is on sale for 50% off. It is now only $7.48 as opposed to the $14.97, which it will go back to after Wednesday of this week. So you want to make sure to grab your copy of that. Just the words will be on the screen. Go to lulu.com and look for Kids on the Case. Once again, the music in the intro is from Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Excellent series. I do not own it. I highly recommend you check it out, though. Especially if you like Avengers and Marvel and stuff, and it's good. It's good. So, we're going to be talking about what happened this week in Here, Guardian of Malor. We're going to be taking a look at what has happened in the story thus far for Rebellion on Aquore. And we're going to take a sneak peek of what happens in Rebellion on Aquore next week. So, to start things off, we have Here, Guardian of Malor. Starts out with Trixie and Milton finally reaching the top of Lancon's tower, and Torjot seeing Milton and just completely freaking out and running away. And of course, Milton chases after Torjot, and he finally deals with him after Torjot's like, we'll let you do whatever you want to here. Join our team. Don't hurt me. And Milton uses his bow to make Torjot plummet off the top of the tower and crash into the middle of the fight down below, which is kind of ironic for a guy who used to be a bird and can fly. So anyway, Milton comes back, joins the fight downstairs to clear out the room with Lancon's followers trying to open portals. They actually manage to open one of these portals, and Trixie sends the humans back home with the warning of, go to Detective Miguel, tell him Trixie sent you, and to prepare for an invasion. So they go through the portal, Trixie closes it, and then Trixie goes running into Lancon's throne room all alone, while Milton deals with the Arius Avum in the room yet. Trixie sees Lancon sees Trixie. Lancon's like, you're no threat to me, take a here and go, this is not your fight. Trixie breaks a here out of the cage that he's been imprisoned in. Together, they attempt to get the sword from Lancon to finish him off before he can break the seal in the sword. And Lancon throws him against the wall as if they were nothing. And it isn't until Milton comes into the room and is able to get the sword away from Lancon with his bow that they start the fight again. Trixie and Milton are able to keep Lancon busy. Trixie bouncing magic spells back at Lancon. Milton shooting bits of the broken cage at Lancon. While Here gets the sword, sneaks up behind Lancon, and is just about to finish him off when the king comes in with the King's Scepter. And what the King's Scepter does is it is an artifact that allows you to exert your will over another's body. So essentially he halts Here mid-swing right before he could have killed Lancon. Lancon says, thank you for saving my life. He possesses a Here and goes and kills his father with a sword. And Trixie tries to stop him, and she gets thrown against the wall, passes out, and a Here takes up her shield, and he continues with Milton, deflecting Lancon's magic attacks and attacking him. And Lancon says, this is pointless, you can't hurt me, all I have to do is wait until the seal's broken in the sword, then I'll end you and everyone who opposes me. And then Lancon's followers break the seal, and Lang Khan is about to kill Ahir. He throws Ahir's shield across the room, pins it to the wall, is just about to swing down on him. Milton fires an arrow, desperately trying to get the sword out of Lang Khan's hand. Lang Khan deflects the arrow as if it was nothing, and so Milton decides to try something crazy. He does a bank shot off of Trixie's shield, hits the sword, brings it to himself, and he is able to finish off Lang Khan. So, if you haven't checked out that chapter, go and see all the details. You can find it on my blog. It's very exciting. There's only one chapter left. After that, Ahir is done until I finish the rewrite, which I have begun, and I must say it's already much improved. Not that there was anything particularly wrong with Ahir in the first place, but I think it's better now. I haven't gone far, but it's better. Anyway, now we'll be talking about what happened on the rebellion on Aquore.
Previously on the rebellion on Aquore.
This is working out nice. I like this. I think I might keep this up. So on Rebellion Aquore, there have been. Forgive me. There is a rebellion going on the planet called Aquore. It is a colony that was sent into space by Earth to mine a precious resource called quarite, which has many, many uses, both as a metal, a conductor, and an energy source if properly treated. And the government is oppressive to the people, and so the people have risen up into a secret rebellion. The rebellion had at one time been very, very aggressive and attacked the Enforcers, which is the pedestal, which is the place where the Senate meets. Enforcers, and that ended up in a bloodbath that set the rebellion back for years. Terran is the son of the leaders of the rebellion at that time, and he feels that the rebellion's sabotage from the shadows method isn't working. He wants something more, but he agrees to go with it. One of their sabotage missions, one of the members gets captured, and Terran insists that they have to go and break him out, lest he be killed and tortured and the rebellion be revealed. And so the rebellion forms up a rescue party, and they get sent into the palace. And everything goes well, except for the people they selected are complete and utter fools who decide to commit a little vandalism, do a little theft, and draw the attention of the guards. They are all captured except for one man who is a lookout. He manages to escape and tells Terran that this has happened. And Terran goes to Scott, who is the president of Daily Devices on Aquore, and their only reason there is they're trying to get as much Aquore as they can to reduce their production costs. Really, all they're doing is they're using the rebellion to slow down the government's production harvesting of quarite, so they can get a greater share of the ore. And Scott basically says, I want nothing to do with this. You guys are fools. You got captured. And just please leave. I want nothing to do with this. And so Terran does leave. And later that night, a mysterious masked man breaks into the pedestal and frees the other slaves, but not before doing a large amount of damage to the pedestal and to the Enforcers. You know, nothing that any normal human should be able to do. And of course, the prisoners are returned to their families, and they're all taken to Obadiah's basement. Obadiah is a local baker, also part of the rebellion, where they will hide out until they can get off planet. They tell the rebellion what went on, and the masked man meets with John, the rebellion's leader, one night on his way home from work. And basically tells him, I want the rebellion to work with me, I want you guys to join with me. And John's like, no, not if you keep doing things the way you're doing. You're just going to get a lot of people hurt, a lot of innocent people killed. I want nothing to do with that. You have to stop. If you want the rebellion to work with you, you have to go by our methods. And essentially the masked man says, if you won't join with me, then I am going to go attack a mining site on my own and destroy the mine. And he tells him exactly when and which mine. so that John can tell the enforcers so that he can get his some attacks off on them. And he goes to attack the mine just as he said he would, and the enforcers were waiting for him just as he expected. He manages to break in, does quite a bit of damage, but he is caught underneath a net temporarily. He manages to break free and escape from the enforcers. They, in confusion, attack each other and do great amounts of damage to each other. 15 enforcers died as a result of this, and 20 more were injured. And their captain, leader, commander was demoted back down to a private. That will play into the story someday. I'm not sure how, but it will. And that is the story thus far. Now, for the sneak peek I promised you, we're going to find out who the masked man is next week. Yes, we'll find out who he is and just how bad things have gotten because of him. All the results of his plans and his actions and what that has gotten the planet. And we will see that Scott, who originally wanted the masked man hunted down, is now more in favor of the masked man than ever before, and wants to find a way to manipulate him to take even more advantage to give himself a greater share of Aquorite. And yeah, that's your sneak peek. So that has been the weekend review for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't have any questions to answer from you guys for this week. Leave me any questions you have about me, about my stories, about why toast gets hard when you cook it. If you feel like asking that down below. Literally, you can ask me anything. And I will answer it in one of these videos. Don't forget to pick up a copy of my book. Have a great week and check out my blog, everyone. And just don't forget, it may be love that makes the world go round, but it's stories that makes the trip worth it. Have a great night, everyone. Or day, week. Have great things. Fantastic things. Not the Fantastic Four. That was horrible.